Algebra 2 review for systems of equations. Number 1, I want you to solve the system of equations using the table on your calculator. You have to start by getting y by itself. So in your first equation, you're going to move the 3x, so negative 2y is equal to 6 minus 3x. Then you're going to divide everything by a negative 2. So y is equal to negative 3 plus 3 halves x. For the second equation, you're going to move the 2x, and so y is equal to 4 minus 2x. These two equations go into your calculator at y equal. Then you look at the table, which is second graph, and on your table you should have x, you should have y1, you should have y2. y1 and y2 have to be the same. You use the x and the y values to get your answer. Your solution is negative 2, 0. Number 2, I want you to solve the system of equations by graphing on your calculator. You still have to get y by itself. So move your 3x, negative y is equal to 1 minus 3x. Change all signs, y is equal to negative 1 plus 3x. Second equation, divide everything by 3. Y is equal to 3x plus 2. These two equations go to your calculator at y equal. And then since we're going to do it by graphing, you're going to do second, calc, number 5 for intersection, enter, enter, enter. You're going to discover that you had parallel lines. The slope was the same. That means you're going to get an error on your calculator. It is no solution. Parallel lines will never touch. Number 3 wants to know if they are consistent and independent, consistent and dependent, or inconsistent. Consistent and independent means that they cross. Consistent and dependent means that they are the same line, and inconsistent means that they are parallel. Okay? So, if you look at these, you have a slope of 2 and a slope of negative 3. Totally different. These lines are going to cross, so they're consistent and independent. If you weren't sure, you could put them in at y1 and y2, look at your graph, see what they did. Same instructions, so the difference here is we've got to get y by itself. So move that 2x, negative y is equal to 5 minus 2x, change all signs. Y is equal to negative 5 plus 2x. Second equation, move that 6x, so negative 3y is equal to 15 minus 6x. Divide everything by negative 3. Y is equal to negative 5 plus 2x. Notice we have a negative 5, we have a negative 5. We have a positive 2x, we have a positive 2x. This is the same equation. Means it's going to be the same line. Means that they are consistent and dependent. If you put them in at y equal, they would graph right on top of each other. This wants you to solve the system of equations using substitution. So you got to get something by itself, okay? Get a variable by itself. It can be either variable, it can be either equation. I'm going to go with the second equation, and I'm going to get x by itself. So that means I'm going to move that y. So x is equal to 5 minus y. I'm going to take 5 minus y to the other equation and put it in for x. 3 times 5 minus y. Bring down my plus 7y equals 19. Distribute 15 minus 3y plus 7y is equal to 19. Combine my like terms. 15 plus 4y is equal to 19. Move that 15, so 4y is equal to 4. Divide by 4, y is equal to 1. That's one of my answers. Remember, you got to have two answers for all these. So I'm going to take that answer and put it back up in here for y. So x is equal to 5 minus 1. X is equal to 4. So x is equal to 4, y is equal to 1 is my solution. Number 6 wants you to solve the system using elimination. We need something to cancel. Opposite signs, same coefficient. X's don't look good. Y's aren't good, but they're better because the sign's opposite. The first one's going to have to multiply by 3, and the second one's going to have to multiply by 2. So when you do that, you get 9x minus 6y is equal to 12. And you get 4x plus 6y is equal to 14. Draw a line and combine. 9x and 4x is 13x. Y's go away, equals 26. Divide by 13, x equals 2. Got to have two answers though, so take this back to either original equation and put it in for x. 2 times 2 plus 3y equals 7. 4 plus 3y equals 7. Subtract your 4. 3y is equal to 3. Divide by 3. Y is equal to 1. So you have 2 and 1 for your solution. Number 7 wants you to solve by graphing. Let's get some graph paper going here. Got to have y by itself. Move that x. So negative 3y is less than 9 minus 4x. Everything gets divided by a negative 3. Means you got to flip your symbol. Y is now greater than negative 3 plus 4 over 3x. So my first point, I'm going to go down 3. From there, I'm going to go up 4 and to the right 3. This is dashed. And I'm going to shade above. Other equation, we're going to move that 2x. And so y is greater than or equal to 5 minus 2x. First point, I'm going to go up 5. Then I'm going to go down 2 over 1. This one is solid. And it shades above. So your solution is the part that got both colors. It's this little area up here. Area of a parking lot, 600 square meters. Car requires 6 square meters and a bus requires 30 square meters of space. The lot can handle a maximum 60 vehicles. C is cars, B is buses. Write a system of inequalities to represent the number of vehicles that can be parked. Okay. We know that they can hold 60 vehicles. We know that they're all either cars or buses. C plus B is equal to, actually is less than or equal to 60 because it doesn't have to be full. 60 is the most they can have. A car requires 6 meters, so 6C, plus a bus requires 30, so 30B has to be less than or equal to 600. The next question tells you that a car costs 3 and a bus costs 8. They want to know how many vehicles to maximize the amount. I'm going to be actually really nice on that. And I'm going to let you omit number 9. Number 10, I want you to solve the system. It is your favorite because there's 3 of them. Let's start by choosing what we want to cancel. It doesn't really matter. Let's go with these second 2 because they're already set up. So x minus y plus 2z equals negative 3. X plus y minus z equals 2. 2x, the y goes away, plus z equals negative 1. That means I got to use the first one and something, but I still have to cancel y, so I'll use the second one. First one's good as it is, so we'll say x plus 2y minus 3z equals 5. Second one's going to get multiplied by 2. So 2x minus 2y plus 4z equals negative 6. Draw a line and combine. 3x cancels plus z equals negative 1. Got to take these 2 new equations, make something cancel. If I change all the signs in this first one, then the z's will cancel. So negative 2x minus z equals positive 1. 3x plus z equals negative 1. That gives you x. Your z's cancel. 1 minus 1 is 0. There's your first solution, x equals 0. Take that back to one of these. Let's go to this one right here. We're actually going to put it over here for x. 2 times 0 plus z equals negative 1. 0, that actually goes away. z equals -1. There's your second answer. Take both of those, I'm out of colors, so I'm going to go back to my purple, and put them in any of the original ones. I'm going to go with the last one. X is 0, plus y is what we're looking for, minus z, which was a -1, equals 2. That minus a -1 becomes plus positive. Z goes away, the 0. Y plus 1 equals 2. Subtract your 1. Y equals 1. So x is 0, y is 1, z is -1. Match the graph to its correct system of inequalities. X is less than or equal to 2. That's going to be solid, and it's going to shade to the left. So come over here. Is this solid and shaded to the left? Yes. Greater than 2 would have been dashed and shaded to the right, so no. Greater than or equal to 2 would have been solid and shaded to the right, no. Less than 2 would have been dashed and shaded to the left, no, because it was solid. That right there tells you your answer has to be A. So without actually graphing them, you can figure out what it is. Substitution, so we can solve them. So I'm going to take 2x plus 1 and I'm going to put it in for y. So 3x is equal to negative open, 2x plus 1 close equals 4. So 3x is equal to negative 2x minus 2. Oh, wait a second, what's going on here? That should be not an equal and not an equal. I'm going to clear the page. Okay, trying again. 2x plus 1 has to go in for y. So 3x minus open, 2x plus 1 close equals 4. 3x minus 2x minus 1 equals 4. 3x minus 2x gives you x minus 1 equals 4. Add your 1, x equals 5. Can't be that, can't be that, can't be that. You found it without having to do all of the work. You could go back in there and test 11 to make sure it really worked, or put 5 in there and see. It does, because y is equal to 2 times 5 plus 1, which is 11. You could solve this the long way, or you could test your answers. Put the first one in for A, the second one in for B, the third one in for C, see if it works. So like for this first one, you would have 7 minus 3 times negative 2 equals 13. That becomes 7 plus 3 equals 6. That does work for the first one. On the second one, you would have 5 times 7 is 35, plus 6 times 1 is 6 equals 41. That works too. And for the third one, you would say 2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, minus 1. 14 minus 8 is 6, minus 1 is 5. Hey, that works. There's your answer. We got lucky on it being the first choice, but you would just do that with each choice till you found the answer. Use elimination, and this is a great one because it's solved. It's ready to go. Your 4b and negative 4b are going to cancel. 2a and 3a is 5a equals 91 is 10. This is way too easy for y'all. A is equal to 2, so it can't be A, it can't be B. Take that number and plug it back in for A. 2 times 2 minus 4b equals 9. 4 minus 4b equals 9. Subtract your 4, negative 4b is equal to 9 minus 4 is 5. So b is equal to negative 5 over 4. C is your answer. The system on the graph is consistent, inconsistent, consistent and dependent, consistent and independent. They are parallel. They are never going to touch. That makes them inconsistent. Just need to memorize that. If lines have two different slopes, are they going to be horizontal, the same, parallel, or intersecting? If you're not sure, make something up. Y equal 2x plus 1, y equal 5x plus 1. Put them in, see what happens. You're going to discover that they're going to cross intersecting lines. That's because they have different slopes. Okay, that was your review for systems. Your test is on Wednesday during class. If you have any questions, come see me during speed.